Happy Friday, everybody. I'm Dr. Candice, and I'm back as usual with your Word in the Clinic this week every Friday. So stay tuned around this time, around 1 o'clock Eastern Time. I'll bring that to you. So anyway, we're wrapping up. I didn't realize how many topics I had on summer safety on this checklist, and so we've run out of time. So I'm going to have to do the last two together, and we'll try to be brief because we're heading into August, and it's time to talk about getting back to school. And so I will be planning that for next week. I have putting together a to-do list for you for back to school, and it's not all about supplies. We got to get some health things in check to get back to school. So we're going to finish out this summer safety checklist. So the word in the clinic this week is still our summer safety, and we're going to finish up. And the last two topics we need to talk about quickly is bug safety and injury prevention. So we did heat-related illness, we did sun safety, we did water safety over the past few weeks. And today we're going to finish bug safety and injury prevention, and that closes out our summer safety checklist. Now, you can go to my website, drcandicemd.com, and look at the blog, and you have the whole checklist with some links and more information, because here I have to be brief. Hey, Rhonda, thanks for watching. So, bug safety. We love the summer. Everybody's out. It's hot. It's humid. The bugs love that. They love the people to feed on, and they love the heat and humidity, so they're out too. We have to worry about those illnesses that we can get from insects. Zika, West Nile, Lyme's disease. So mosquitoes and ticks are the two main ones we worry about, but there's other stuff. So we want you to prevent. So oftentimes we just do our things outside, we get a bite, and then we worry about the aftermath, right? Dealing with it, reactionary, handling it after it happens. But for some people, they really need to prevent it because some people have big local reactions, some people are allergic. And for those people, we really have to talk about the plan. So we want to prevent getting bit by bugs and limiting our exposure to ticks. So the first thing you want to do is to apply an EPA registered repellent. Now you can go to cdc.gov or many websites and find out what EPA registered repellents are. They have a whole list of those repellents that are approved for being effective against these insects that cause disease. So EPA registered repellent. You know, I know of us have all these concoctions now, and oh, that works, or that, just put a little mint this and put a little, okay, check the list, because what you're doing may not work or may not be effective, okay? Just saying, okay? Not judging, just saying. The next is to remove stagnant water, and this has been a real big movement here in Central Florida in areas where we were worried about Zika. Mosquitoes love water, they love standing water, so all around your house or play areas where your kids may be or you may be, tip over those tops, make sure there's no standing stagnant water. Do what you need to do to handle that, okay? Next is create a tick-free zone. So those are our individuals in areas where ticks are heavy, wooded areas and things of that nature. There are links again on my blog. You can click and find a whole plan to have your landscaping, your house, where you are, a tick-free zone. So be mindful of that, okay? The last thing is for those individuals who are allergic to certain insects like bees or wasps, those stinging insects, and they're allergic. They literally can suffer from anaphylaxis, where they stop breathing, they're unresponsive, and have a severe allergic reaction. Those individuals definitely need to be talking to their doctor and have an anaphylaxis emergency action plan. Do you need an EpiPen? All of the steps you need to take and have others aware of, especially if you're a child at a camp or for your school or you're at grandma's for the summer. Okay, there needs to be a plan. Be prepared for that. Don't wait and let that happen and then you're reacting. Okay, it's not going to be a good outcome. All right, so we're moving on to injury prevention now. In the U.S., nearly half of all of accident-related deaths among children from 14 years and younger occur during the 3 months of summer. Because we're out, we're doing things we've never done before, we're doing fun things, we're doing a lot of fun things. So accidents can happen if we don't think about being safe. Okay, so a lot more ER visits due to injuries or accidents in the summer months, especially for our young kids, teens and younger. So we have to be careful. So everybody's at the house, families at the house, people that aren't usually there. We have to supervise the kids, okay? Extra kids that weren't there before. Cousins are in, everybody's in. So have someone supervising the kids. Just don't let them have a free-for-all because, you know, they roughhouse, they want to do risky things. So make sure an adult is watching. Next is safety proofing your home. You should do that all the time and have that in place all the time. But when someone's at your home that's unfamiliar, make sure they're aware of how to be safe. You know, every time people come to my house, someone may leave pills out on the counter. I have a toddler. They, you know, I don't use Tide Pods, but they may bring Tide Pods. They forget to lock the cabinets that I have for cleaning supplies. So we just have to briefly review that with them, to lock the gate to the steps. So just go over that and make sure that area is toddler proof for those small children. Next, the third tip is talk about ways to be safe. We don't want to live in fear. We don't want to teach our children to live in fear. Accidents happen. But like I said, you don't want to be reactionary. You want to prevent things. So teaching them about how to be safe, what to do to prevent certain things, those common things, is planting that seed and educating them and raising them up to have a mentality of safety. Okay? That's how we prevent these accidents. Next is wearing safety gear. And I look around my neighborhood, around kids all the time, and I know I'm the helicopter mom, or I'm the over-the-top mom, because I'm like, Miles, get your helmet. Why are you on that bike or that scooter or whatever you're on? Let's have so many things these days they can get on. You don't have your helmet on, and he doesn't want to wear it. He feels hot and nobody else is doing it, but you have to do it. So enforce safety gear for whatever your child is doing. A helmet on a bike, seatbelt in the car, proper car seat for your children in the car, life vest on the water. What else? If they're playing football or doing karate, wear your cup. We got to protect your private areas, protect the testes, right? So all of that stuff is so important. Do it, because inevitably somebody ends up getting hurt, and it could be serious or lifelong. The last tip is to warn against being impaired or distracted. So alcohol, drugs, texting while driving, really even a bunch of friends in the car is a risk factor for a teenager. So talk about being focused, not distracted, paying attention to what you're doing, okay? You could be playing a sport. If you're not focused, not paying attention, you're distracted, or you're impaired in some way, you can get hurt. So just have these conversations, supervise, make sure it's happening, prevent those summer injuries, because we have a couple more weeks before school starts back. Now everybody's going crazy. Even my husband said, we're going to do the last couple of weeks. Let's go to the beach. Let's go to the amusement parks. So the kids are like, I don't want to go back. Let's do something else. So everybody's making a mad dash to have some fun. So be safe, watch out for the bugs, be careful in the water, protect your skin from the sun, and hydrate and stay cool from the heat. That's the total summer safety checklist, okay? Thank you guys for listening every week. I hope this information was helpful. Like I said, I'm putting a back to school to-do list together from a health perspective, from my pediatric perspective, those things we need to make sure is in place for our kids going back to school. So I'm going to do that next week, and I will put out the blog as well. So if you have any questions for me about going back to school, please let me know. info@Dr. Candice MD. Please continue to watch my podcast, Kidding Around with Dr. Candice, on Apple Podcasts, Google Play, SoundCloud. Leave me some comments, rate me, like it, share it. Really need your support. This is all for us to keep our kids healthy and happy. So have a great day, and we'll talk soon next week with the Word in the Clinic. Bye-bye.